Blooper Surfing Safari. Let's jump in.
Let's do it.
Alright, let's talk about stuff that well, some of the stuff on my list they have shown at the Nintendo World Champion. Let's talk about the Nintendo World Championship. So Nintendo World Championship, I think the last one was in 1991. So, hint hint, that was before I was born. So at the Nintendo World Championship, it was a competition with multiple games from Nintendo on NES. I don't think Game Boy was Game Boy even around in '91. I'm not sure.
Couldn't tell you.
I wish I knew. But it had multiple games from the NES, and people had to play it stage by stage until they got to the end, and then their score was combined, and that's how you could tell the winner. So the games were like, I think, like Tetris and the Super Mario Brothers. I can't really tell you any of the other ones. I can't think of them. But they were all on one cartridge. All the games, so it was only partial games. Like all of Super Mario wasn't on it. It was like a level or two. So that's how they did it. So people went against each other, and I think there was only 10 people who, at the end, the top 10 finalists got to keep those cartridges that had. And then later, through Nintendo Power, they gave gold versions of those cartridges away to 10 subscribers to Nintendo Power. Lucky subscribers.
Right.
Now, those games are now currently the most expensive video games ever. Right. It might be more now, but Nintendo World Championship, NWC for short, those cartridges are worth over $10,000. It's a lot. So I think either most of them or all of them are recorded on who owns them, so like counterfeits can't be made, and everyone knows who traded who and stuff like that. So they brought Nintendo World Championships back for 2015, and I don't think they released all the games. I don't know if they released any of the games, because I wasn't paying attention to for that. I just waited till it came out and got surprised. But yeah, they did it, and John, wait, is his name John? I think his name's John Numbers. He ended up winning, which they didn't give out like a CD or anything with the games on it, which I was kind of upset about. I really wanted a new version of the NWC cartridges or something.
Yeah.
But they didn't do that. They had a really big trophy, and the top 2 finalists got 3DSs. But I'll run through the games that were in it. So the first game was Splatoon, because it's the biggest thing Nintendo put out recently, and Nintendo's newest IP, which is intellectual property. It's their newest IP, made from the ground up since Pikmin. So when did Pikmin come out? Pikmin was originally on GameCube, and then they had Pikmin 2.
Like 2002.
Oh, they also had Pikmin 3. There's been 3 games. So Splatoon was the first game, and there was I think there was 16 competitors. The way you got to become one of the finalists is you had to go to select Best Buys, and you know, do a mini competition there and get chosen to go on to E3, Nintendo World Championship. So they won Splatoon, and then if you won, you'd go to stage 2, but if you lost, you would go to the underground stage 1, and you'd have to fight to survive, and only one person from the underground would survive each round. So it's really very intense. So
what about those of us who feel natural in the underground? Like that's our thing.
You probably would feel natural in the underground because all other games in the underground were retro.
Mm.
The first one being Zelda. And you start at the very beginning of the game, and you have to get a piece of the Triforce from the first dungeon. And that's how you, whoever did it fastest or got the closest, if everyone else died. Having some video, someone audio problem.
Hello?
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 In the middle of a stream.
Danger.
So if
Staying without me? Holy crap.
What?
watch your mouth. Watch
That was
your,
a bad word.
watch your profanity.
It is.
So yeah, so the first underground game was Legend of Zelda, which was really short. One person made it out, couldn't tell you who. And then it went to stage 2 of not the underground. Stage 2 was they had a demo. I believe people were talking about it that it was last year, and the demo was for this new. I might be wrong actually, but the game ended up being Ball Blast. A never shown game, completely new game. No one's ever played it, so there's no way they could have prepared for it. Actually, we'll keep going into the next stage. So no one has ever played it, so it was completely brand new, and it was actually on 3DS, which I didn't know until after it was over that it was a 3DS game. So it's kind of a mecha game, and soccer. So it's 3v3. There's a kind of metal soccer ball in the middle, and you have to shoot your gun at the soccer ball to get it in the goal. And if you get hit with the giant soccer ball, because it's bigger than your mecha suit, if you get hit with the soccer ball, it does like crazy damage to you. So you really can't really goaltend, because then it would be really easy. You could just stand in front of the goal and then never get it in. But it does crazy damage, and if you take too much damage, you get ejected from your mecha suit, and you'll have a cooldown, and you'll have to respawn.
Is it mecha suit or mech suit?
Mech? What's the difference?
Well, one is the proper way to say it, and the other isn't.
It's a mecha.
Is it? Right. Is it mecha or mech?
I think it's Mecca.
Mecha.
Either way, right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're both right. But yeah. So it's soccer, and someone made the funny comment that the only way to get Americans to play soccer is to put them in mechs. Mecha. Oh, what am I doing in this game? So the people who didn't win that got sent to the underground, and ooh, I might not make this. The underground, the second stage of the underground was Super Metroid, so much harder than the first stage. And what they had to do was they didn't have to play from the beginning, because that's how the Zelda one was. You had to play from the beginning and get the first piece of the Triforce. The Super Metroid one was you had to fight the final boss, which is I think Mother Brain, and you have to once you beat Mother Brain, spoiler alert, because it was in the competition. You like the place you are starts to blow up, and you have to escape to your ship, to Samus's ship, and make it out alive. Otherwise, it all collapse on you. So you have a time limit to get out. So whoever, this was a lot easier to gauge who got the farthest, because it's linear. There's only one right way to go. And and there's plenty of places to die at. So the person who won that part of the underground, they got all the way. They beat the level. the third stage of not the underground, the regular thing was let me think. What was it? Off the top of my head.
Was it Mario Kart?
It was Mario Kart. Yeah. So they played Mario Kart. 200cc, which is a new game mode, if not everyone knew. So in all the Mario Karts, has always been 3 speeds: 50, 100, and 150cc. And it just
So that's what it is?
yeah, it just controls how fast everyone's karts go. But since they released the Animal Crossing and the like the Legend of Zelda, what is it called, DLC, which it took a long time to get the Animal Crossing one. I think it barely came out in April. They didn't say it was going to be in it, but they released C, which is you know, crazy fast, and for some levels it's like too fast. So they played one stage, and the winners, wait, is it the winners or the losers? I'm not sure. But the winners had to play, I might be wrong about this, but they ended up playing F-Zero. F-Zero's new map on 200cc, which F-Zero is, do you know that game?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know it or no?
What?
F-Zero? It's a series.
No.
It's a series. It's Captain Falcon is from it, and it's a high speed racing game. They have arcade games, and I've played one of the games that I think was on Game Boy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a really high speed level, and they haven't done an actual game in 3D in a long time. So it's nice to see it in Mario Kart, but the speed was just ridiculous, and people were dying like non-stop.
They were dying? Can
Or-
you die in Mario Kart or just get torn up?
Lakitu, the guy who picks you up, had a lot of work ahead of him for that
Oh, yeah.
race.
Sure, he was tired.
Yeah. So they did that. Then the winners went on to the semifinals, and the losers had to play. What was the last underground game? Let me think. Oh, the last underground game was Balloon Fight, a game for the NES, and they played the special mode called Balloon Trip, where you it's nighttime, and you have to fly amongst stars and catch other balloons, and your score goes up over time, and then you get like 300 points for every balloon you pop. So you could die as much as you want, and there was a time limit, like, oh, they're gonna for like 5 minutes or something like that. So you could die as much as you want. You just had to get the highest. Your highest score has to beat everyone else's highest score to get out of the underground. Oop, I might not catch the glitch. Oh boy. So they did that. That was the last underground game. So if you won that, you got out of the underground and you were in the semifinals. So I think that's how it went. So the semifinals, what do you think it was? People who don't know.
I have no idea.
Super Smash Brothers Brawl, or Super Smash Brothers for Wii U. So they played that, and it was 4-player free-for-all, which I think they had enough players to do 8-player, which I thought they would have done, but they actually didn't. Oh, I didn't catch that ledge. They only did 4 players, so they had to play that a couple times, and someone played Roy, which he's brand new. Brand new to Smash 4, not to Smash in general. He was in Melee. I don't remember if anyone played Ryu. I don't think anyone did. So that was the semifinals, which left only 2 people for the finals. And the finals was
Too intense and hard to watch.
yeah, it's very intense. So I was actually really surprised that they did this for the finals. It was Mario Maker, a game that they showed last E3. And it's a Mario. It's kind of like what is it, Mario Paint or Mario Music or something, where you can make Mario music using the 8-bit sounds. But this was, you can make Super Mario levels. You can make them yourself.
Yes, which seems kind of silly because like you're adding what? Okay, well I mean they added so many what do you call them? Enemies in one level that it's like hard to get through it without an enemy popping up. But it seems fun that way. But
Yeah.
if you make it yourself, then you probably wouldn't do that, right?
I don't know. You want to make it fun.
Yeah. Because they like legit added in like so many enemies. It was hard to get through that level without going. Like you could, little question mark boxes. Like made me so irritated that they jump up and they hit it. Of course, it's not gonna be a little coin coming out or a nice mushroom. No, it's just something else that's probably not even what you wanted coming out of it. Oh my god.
Yeah, you know the Mikey, you know the first Mario level.
Yeah.
You know how like you have that super mushroom in the beginning that you would hit.
Mhm.
Yeah. So why am I so
It
small?
gives you
in this
an
game?
extra life.
No. It gives you the
Okay,
red
good.
mushroom.
Oh, at
Oh.
the very beginning.
Very beginning, yeah. So
Oh.
the levels were designed by some American guys. I believe
For
they're
children?
American. No, they were adults, and they were talking about the levels they made. So the first level looked exactly like the beginning of Mario,
Mhm.
but it wasn't.
Was
So-
it the first part was like the actual like first Mario
Yeah.
Brothers, or was it Mario?
Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, Super Mario. But okay, I'm so brain dead.
Yeah, so it looked exactly the same. So they went to get the mushroom, and like giant enemies popped out, like oversized, like
Yes, they were
as if the
oversized.
enemies picked up the mushroom themselves and got big.
No, they didn't pick up a mushroom. They picked up
Wow.
10 mushrooms and ate them.
Th-
And
that-
then talk about like one of the question mark boxes being was it Boo?
yeah, like
Yeah, like not like a simple like 10 of them. It was like triple that amount. I'm like, what the hell?
and they all just popped out
So-
around.
So who made this for the contestants to try to beat?
It's
who
a
made
game.
it?
It's a game called Mario Maker, and you can make your own levels. But
Yeah.
these two guys, which I'm not sure how they're related to Nintendo World Championship.
Yeah.
They designed the levels themselves. So the first one looked like it was regular Mario, but it clearly wasn't. Actually, I'm not sure where to go on this map. Oh, yeah, I do.
Who are the two contestants' names? One was Cosmo. I remember that.
Cosmo and John Numbers. So, oh jeez. So yeah, so the levels were completely different, and for a long time there wasn't any power-ups at all.
Mm-mm.
So the way that it worked was there was 3 stages. One person would be isolated, blindfolded, and no headphone, and they had to wear headphones with music or something. And the other person would play, and they would have a time, and they have a time limit, and
Of like 5 minutes or something like that.
something like that, unless they beat the thing.
Oh.
So you had to get the best time or get the farthest. But if you won that stage,
You get a 15-minute
on the last
or 50
one.
seconds.
head start on the last
Yeah.
one. So for every stage you win, you get 15 seconds head start. So John Numbers won the first one. He was able to beat it. And
Wait. Didn't he make it?
no. He's the one that won the competition at the end.
It was these two guys who made the actual like.
Names.
Yeah, it was a black guy and a white guy. I don't know their names, but Cosmo. I feel like saying Wanda. Cosmo and John Numbers were the two contestants that made it to the finals to play.
Yeah, those are the contestants. John Numbers won the first round, so he got 15 seconds. Oop, I didn't mean to do that. He got 15-second head start. But oh god. But Cosmo won the second round, so that made them even.
And the last part was so cringeworthy.
No, there was 2 more parts after that.
What's there? Oh.
So yeah, there's 3, and then there was the final 4th one.
They were all cringe.
So John Numbers again won the 3rd round, so he got his 15-second head start back. Oh, also we didn't mention this. So in Mario Maker, you can choose which Super Mario game your game looks like. So it can be Super Mario Bros. 1, it could be Super Mario World, and I think it has one more in between, or it could look like New Super Mario Bros. You know, like on 3DS or on Wii.
Yeah.
On the Wii?
So
Yeah.
so it has new, like some enemies are only on the Wii. You know, they added new enemies. So those enemies have sprites in Mario Maker. So they are in the older, if you want to make it look old, but they have sprites that, you know, had never been seen before.
Oh.
So I think the only difference is the physics are a little bit different in New Super Mario Bros. Like it's not exactly, it doesn't play exactly the same. Like you can wall jump in New Super Mario Bros.
Wait, I think you can do that. You can do that.
You can't do that in the first one.
In the first what?
New Super Mario Bros.
Oh, yeah, no. But in the recent one, yeah. That sounds like what?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In the new one you can. Oh, I died. Okay. So so every level it went up closer to New Super Mario Bros. So
In chronological order, right?
yeah. So John Numbers got that 15-second head start, and then it was New Super Mario Bros. So it literally looked like he had been practicing New Super Mario Bros. Once it got to it.
When you're watching it, like it had it side by side, of course. So Cosmo is like struggling, and freaking John is going through it like he's been playing this game for a good while. It was kind of scary. I kind of just knew right there that he was gonna win because of how good he was.
Yeah. So in the beginning there was this one part where you had to wall jump a bunch around like saw blades, and like usually it's like they don't really understand what's going on because like there's a lot of traps set. You know? But John Numbers got it immediately that he's gonna be wall jumping, and that's gonna be like this whole beginning of that level, and they're gonna use it a lot. So that 15-second head start he got like literally almost like ended the match before the other guy got to try. Not really, he did get to try. So the other guy, once he started, he could not get that wall jump down.
He couldn't. Like, I would feel like he would like at least notice that, okay, I have to dodge this saw right here, but he kept getting to that point, and it was like, okay. It just made me want to, like, it was cringeworthy. It was a good game.
Yeah.
Or a good match, but good game.
So, yeah, that was that. They got some, Shigeru Miyamoto came out at the end, signed some 3DSs for him.
He was so happy.
New 3DSs actually. I don't know if they were special other than they were signed.
Yeah, no, they were red and black, and they weren't that special. I mean, not special edition, but
yeah,
they were XLs.
They signed it. Dude, nice as heck.
And he held their arms up for a good 30 seconds.
Oh, he was so happy. Yeah.
Like, John was ready to, like, just lay down and go to take a nap, and he kept their hands up like he was ready. He was
you know, like the referee does in a boxing match? They're like, oh, he's the champion, you know? Shigeru Miyamoto grabbed both of their arms and was just holding it up for like 5 minutes. And like, John Numbers had this big trophy in his other hand, and his arm looked so tired from holding that trophy, like with only one hand.
That's funny.
And he didn't even know.
You guys feel
He didn't even
if
know what to
you
do
were-
with his 3DS. He had to have someone hold it for him.
Yeah, he had the translator hold it from him.
He didn't throw it in the cup.
No, there wasn't a cup. It
It
was
was
a
a gold statue of Mario.
Oh.
Was it? Did he had a flag with him? I don't know.
no. He was doing the Mario Jumpman punch thingy, you know, where he like breaks the block.
Mm.
But I feel if you were in their positions, you know, getting to that point in life of becoming
What do
a
you-
champion, like playing through that whole championship.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
I think I'd be too scared to do it.
Really?
It's a lot
Maybe
of pressure.
not. It's a lot of pressure. Did you just
Yeah.
say that?
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's all these people, and then next to know, there's just wow. What am I trying to say? Holy crap! It's really intimidating. It seems like a lot of fun. Oh my god. Seems like a lot of fun, but it seems really intimidating.
Yeah, it's like it might not be the biggest esport thing ever. It could be, I don't know. But it definitely would feel like it's the biggest esport thing to ever go live. So Mario Maker was shown last year, and they've actually changed the name of it. It's not Mario Maker anymore, it's Super Mario Maker, and they've got some artwork for it, and it's basically Mario in like kind of like a Bob the Builder outfit. He's got a hard hat
Really
and it's
cute.
got an M on it. It's so cute.